I met a girl online, and from the very first message, it felt like we'd known each other forever, but she lived 800 miles away. We started talking on a random night, and something clicked immediately. At first, it was small things, laughing over silly jokes, sharing random stories, teasing each other about our quirks. Then came the late-night calls that lasted for hours, where we spoke about dreams nobody else knew, fears we hadn't shared with anyone, and the little moments that made life feel lighter. Every conversation felt like we were building a world of our own, a secret universe that existed just between us. I found myself waiting for her messages, thinking about what she would say next, feeling a warmth every time she laughed. It wasn't just conversation, it was connection. Every shared memory, every inside joke, every late-night plan made my heart beat faster, pulling me closer to her in a way that felt unstoppable. But reality hit hard. She was 800 miles away. At first, it felt like a challenge we could beat together. Voice notes, long calls, planning our first visit, it all felt like an adventure. But soon, life crept in. My job demanded overtime. Her college exams piled up. Weeks would pass where we barely spoke beyond quick, good morning texts that felt cold and distant. The spark that once lit up our nights started to dim, not because we didn't care, but because exhaustion and life's weight began stealing our time. Then doubt began to creep in. It was subtle at first, tiny insecurities that whispered, "Is she really feeling this too?" One night, I found myself scrolling through her social media. She was laughing with friends, her eyes shining, her smile radiant. My stomach twisted. Why wasn't I there? Why was I just watching from afar while she seemed to move on? I felt like maybe I was a second option, a placeholder. Maybe all the effort I was pouring in was meaningless. Hours without a reply turned into spirals of fear. I replayed every conversation, dissected every missed call, every argument, searching for hidden truths. Every silence felt like a verdict against me. Week after week, the cracks grew. Arguments flared. Cold messages flew back and forth. We spent nights apart thinking the worst, saying things we instantly regretted. I remember lying awake at 3 a.m., chest heavy, staring at the ceiling, repeating in my head, "She's slipping away, and there's nothing I can do to hold her close." It felt like the universe was testing us at every level. Every late reply, every small misunderstanding threatened to tip the scale. I almost gave up, almost deleted her number in a moment of despair, but something inside me refused. I decided to fight differently. I began showing up even when exhaustion had me collapsed on the couch. Voice notes replaced texts. Small gestures replaced grand promises. I learned her love language, and one day I mailed her a tiny keychain with a note. "This opens my heart no matter the miles," she responded. She started making effort too. We made a pact. 15 uninterrupted minutes every single day, no distractions, no phones, just us. Slowly, those small moments rebuilt trust, proving that distance could not erode a bond fueled by consistent effort and courage. Then came the moment that would decide everything. I saved every extra dollar for 2 months, quietly, secretly. I boarded a bus, 14 hours across 800 miles, hands trembling from nerves and exhaustion. Every mile brought doubt. 30 minutes from her city, I almost got off. I wanted to turn back. My mind screamed, maybe she really doesn't care. Maybe all this effort was meaningless. Maybe I'm just a backup plan. My heart ached with the fear that I was investing in a fantasy, that I was about to be humiliated by reality. But something whispered inside me. The effort, the patience, the pain, this was worth it. So I stayed on the bus, silent, bracing myself for the moment I might find her there or find my fears confirmed. When I reached her street, rain poured down, soaking my clothes and hair. I looked up at her apartment window, and there she was. She had also been watching, her eyes wide, her phone slipping from her hand as recognition hit. And then she ran downstairs. When she reached me, we collided in a hug that felt like a lifeline. My arms wrapped around her tightly, lifting her slightly off the ground. All the fear, all the doubts, all the nights I spent thinking I was a second option vanished in that instant. Her tears soaked my shoulder, and for the first time in months, everything felt real and certain. We stayed holding each other, rain mixing with our tears, until words returned. Every apology, every confession, every unspoken doubt poured out between us. And for the first time, it didn't push us apart, it bound us closer than ever. 6 months later, I moved closer. Today, we are building our life together, stronger, wiser, and unshakable.